Hello and welcome to the paint tutorial on Photoshop. So this is Photoshop. You don't quite know what's happening yet because we've got to start a new canvas. So we're going to go File, New. So File and New. And here it is. Now we want everything in pixels. Pixels, the tiny little dots that make up images. We need to make sure we're there. And I want it quite big. So I'm going to do it the same pixel width and height as the average computer monitor. So that's 1024 by 768. Make sure it says pixels and then click OK. So now we have our canvas. We can also see on the right hand side our layers. So I am going to click on a paintbrush tool, which is right here, and I'm going to change the colour by clicking here and making it blue, and then I'm going to change the paintbrush up here. So this is size and this is the type of paintbrush you want. So I'm just going to go for a very normal one, and I am going to draw me. So I am just going to go like that. Now it doesn't matter how it looks at the moment, okay, it's just a rough copy because we're going to add to it later. So I'm going to do my eyes. I've got big eyes, so they're big eyes. They're meant to be that big. It's meant to be squiggly. I'm going to do my nose. I've got a bit of a weird nose. I'm just going to do a little circle there. My lips. Ta-da! And my ear, because everyone has ears. And then I'm just going to do my hair. I think my hair is a bit big, but I can sort that out later. I'm going to do my scrunchie, and then my hair. Da-da. And I'm just going to do my neck and my shoulders. I'm just gonna be like that. I don't know what I'm wearing, but there we go. Okay, so that's my first layer. So that's kind of like a rough draft of what I want to draw, and you can draw whatever you want. So I'm going to click on this button here to create a new layer. Okay, and I'm going to make sure I'm on that layer. But this time, I'm going to use a slightly harder brush, something like that. And I'm going to see the hardness is 100, and I'm going to make it black. So I'm just going to go all the way down there. And this time I'm just going to draw in a bit more. So I want to zoom in. So I'm going to go Windows Navigator. So that's Windows Navigator. And just zoom in there and you'll see the little red square, and that'll tell you where I want to go. And then I'm just going to carefully go over my lines. And I'm just going to go da-da. So I'm just going to carefully go over them all, and anywhere I've done a jagged one I'm just going to be a bit more careful this time. See? Oh, that's a bit too thick. So I can always go on this, which is up here, which undo, and just scroll up. Go back to the navigator tool, zoom in, and then just make it smaller. And there we go. If you zoom in, you've got a bit more control over what you're doing, and it's all on the other layer, so you don't really have to worry about it. We're not looking for perfection today. Perfection. We are just looking for you to get used to using the software and to have a bit of a fun play. Okay, I'm just going to push up the flow there because it'll make it smoother. See? Because we want it all filled in. We don't want, not for a cartoon. See? Oh, it's still a bit thick, isn't it? So again, we can go up, zoom in, and I might even make that smaller. That's better. Okay. Now I might even decide that rather than doing it black, I might do it the colour. I'm going to a slightly darker colour and I'm going to colour it in. So I'm going to want that to be red. That's going to be skin colour. So these bits would be a kind of skin colour as well. And then if I have brown eyes, I'm going to do mine brown. And the middle bits would be black. Sometimes it's always good just to put a little white dot in the corner. And I'm going to do the same for this bit. So I could always see when I go off this, it automatically goes to the colour picker, the eye drop. So I just click on that. You just click and get the exact same colour. I've got little freckles, so I'm going to add some in. Then my hair. Don't worry, it doesn't need to be particularly... We are just experimenting with the paintbrushes and getting used to using them. I think I did my hair too big, so I'm just gonna I like the idea of having a big scrunchie. Oh, that wasn't very good. Remember, anything you rub on, you've got the paintbrush rubber there, so you can just rub it out. I might have a blue scrunchie. Oh, and I forgot eyebrows. I don't have any eyebrows. No! Oh, that looks angry, doesn't it? So let's zoom in again. I'm going to paint some lashes on me. Make them a bit grey. Okay. Oh, I haven't done my poncho. So this at the bottom. I'm going to have a pink one. Oh, undo that. There we go. Okay, and now what I can do is I can get on this layer and then click on trash can. Oh, it's just taking a while. And then click yep. And here we have it. So now I'm going to use the fill tool. So click and hold that down if that looks like that. It should like the paint bucket tool. So just click and hold it down. And I'm going to pick the colours. So for my skin, use something slightly off what I used, because then you get that cool shadow effect. So I'm just going to find out what I used. And I'm just going to lighten it a little bit. Oh, let it undo. Because if you double click it, it does everything. So there we go. I'm going to do the same with my eyes. So as I'll do my lips first. There you go, you can double click on those ones, sometimes, especially that one is so close. And then that one. Ah! Remember the undo. Ah! Might need to zoom in there. Sometimes bits like that, it is just easier to get a little paint, make it a lot smaller, just paint inside. I might also, because you see these red marks, click on that and then click on the fill tool. Oh. And I might make it a bit darker, because maybe we just didn't make that dark enough. Nope. Use that as the same colour. We'll work it out, don't worry. And this one, so you click on there. And then I'm going to do the blue. Ah! Do my hair again. Ah. And zoom out. Now I'm sure you can do a better image than me, so have a play around with it. You can make an animal, you can do yourself, it's completely up to you. You can also, which is really good fun, is once you've done it, you might decide to play around with some of the more unusual ones. I might have this one. Create a new layer. Push the layer underneath this one. Make sure you're on it. And then I make it a bit bigger. Going to create that kind of background. I could even use this this one again, except this time I'm going to make it green. And you have a background. Okay, it's completely up to you. Have a play.